on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way.
Hi there, my name is Candice and I'm a speech pathologist.
Hi, I'm Joan, I'm an OT.
Today we're making a layered Mexican dip. So the ingredients that you'll need for this dip are avocados. If you can't find ripe avocados or you'd like to use something else instead, you can use the avocado dip. That's a nice substitute. Some tomatoes, a sachet of taco seasoning, sour cream, and some lettuce. Then it's up to you how you want to eat the dip. You might use CCs or larger corn chips, or you might use crackers. It's really up to you. Yes. Whatever you prefer. So we'll get started. We're using sharp knife today, so just be careful with that. And we're also wearing gloves because we're sharing this dip with other people. So you just cut the middle of the avocado all the way around. You just hope that you get a good avocado. Yeah, we're hoping for that. And you pull it apart.
It's beautiful.
Oh, good. So it's very
good ones.
Okay. So we're getting a dish around this size today, but it's up to you how big of a dip you want to make. You'll get an idea of how many avocados you will need once you start pressing it down onto here. If you feel like, oh, you can have a lot of leftovers, you can even make a second tray as well instead of wasting those. So you just get your fork or spoon and you just start peeling the avocado on the inside and just pop it out.
I love avocados.
Me too. Perfect. I'll take one fish out of the way. So the side that has the seed, sometimes if you squish the avocado a little bit like that, it actually pops out. If it doesn't, sometimes it's quite stuck in there. You might need a knife or a spoon to help get that out. Perfect. And then once you've got it all out, the avocado all out, you can start with the back of this fork, just pressing it down. And you want to make sure that the avocado covers the bottom of the plate and make sure that it's all pretty much even so that everyone's getting the same amount of avocado no matter where they dip into the dip. And it doesn't have to look good because it's going to be covered with the next layer because this is a layered Mexican dip.
So I might need to push it all the way to the edges.
I like using plates like this because it has a little bit of a lip, but it still works the same if you have a flat plate, but it's just a little bit harder to keep all the ingredients nice and neat.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. So I'll take the for now to put it to the side, and we'll put the actual tray to the side as well. Now we're going to make the next layer, and the next layer involves the sour cream and the taco sachet, the seasoning. So I'm using a whole carton, which is how many?
It is
300 mils.
300.
It's higher for us. So it's up to you how thick of a layer you want and how big your plate is, but roughly for this size dish, we'll be using all of it. Now, with the seasoning, same goes. It depends how spicy or flavoured you like your sour cream. So I normally add a little bit, mix it all together, try it, see if it's okay. I've chosen a mild one, but you can also choose the hot ones as well.
I might need to scoop this out with a spoon.
Yeah.
Open it up all the way.
Yeah. Because it is quite thick, the sour cream. So I'm going to start.
Probably the trickiest part.
Yeah, some of the sour creams come in the container. You just peel the lid. Perfect. That looks
all of that in,
like a good amount. And I'm gonna shake about that much in.
Okay.
We'll see how the colour of it. It should go a really light pinky colour. Just mix it together. Yep, I think I'm going to add a little bit more, just to get a little bit more pink. Yep, perfect. Yep, and then, so that's pretty much all mixed together. You can just pour it. I'll use a spoon.
Alrighty.
We'll work together here.
Okay, so I'll start pouring.
Yep, and then I'll move it around. But yeah, if you could just pour it around. It doesn't matter exactly where because you're going to move it around with a spoon. Yeah, I think that's a good amount anyway.
Good amount?
Yeah, I think that's enough for now anyway.
Alrighty.
And all you do is just push it around with your spoon, like that.
It's like baking a cake.
Yeah.
Layers and layers.
You don't want to push hard though because you don't want to mix it into the avocado. So you just want to push it lightly with the back of the spoon. And that's it, that's your second layer. So now we're up to our next layer, which is our second last layer, which is cutting our lettuce. So I'll give you a big leaf, and I'll take a leaf as well. So with this one, you want to flatten it down, and you want to cut it in strips. Okay, so just like that. You want to cut it in strips, all the way down, and then you want to bunch it all together. Yep, in strips.
Bit slow over here.
No, that's good. Perfect. Just a few more. And then you just scrunch it together. Yep. And then you want to get the knife and cut it the other way, but make sure it's really thin, because here you want it to be turning out roughly around that size.
Okay.
So we want it small because you want it to be bite-sized, so when you get your cracker or your chip, when you scoop it, you're not getting lots of saggy lettuce, and you can sort of eat it all in one bite. Yep. So you can just keep on cutting all the way. Right at the end, once you finish cutting both sides and you feel like, oh, it's still a little bit big, you can bunch it all together and just do a few extra.
A few more chops.
Yeah, chops. Okay, that looks about right. So like again, if you want it even smaller, you can just keep on cutting, and then you sprinkle it all the way on top to make sure all the sour cream is covered. That's perfect. Excellent. And then that's the third layer. The lucky last layer involves our tomatoes. The tomatoes go last because it weighs down the lettuce, so it's not too
Okay, that makes sense.
high up. So we'll pop that to the front. So the way that I'm going to, is pretty similar to how I cut the lettuce. I'm going to go long ways one way, and then I'll individually cut them
Little cubes.
down and across into little cubes. As well, the size just perfect to sort of dip your chip in to grab
Okay.
the tomato. You don't want it to be too big. Down.
These are good tomatoes too.
Yeah. Lucky. So once you've done them this way, they'll look like this. I'm just going to show you with one and then do the rest really quickly. And then I'm going to go down. So they look like that. And then I'm going to turn the tomato around and then go the other way. So they look like small cubes like that. I'm going to do that to the rest of the tomatoes. And as I do that, as I finish them to make room, I'm going to start sprinkling them on top of the lettuce.
Okay.
Just like so. Other people also add more layers to this dip, so you can add actual mince, you can add cheese, some people add beans, so all different things. And you can also take away anything that you don't like. So a layer, if you don't like sour cream, or you can't have cream, you can take away that. And maybe add something else, whatever you like.
I think I'd really like if there was cheese on there.
Yeah.
I love my cheese.
Cheese is nice. Okay, so let's see how it's looking. Yep, I think just a few more tomatoes. We won't be needing this third one. It just depends what size tomatoes you get. So it's always best to cut and add, so you don't end up cutting too many.
Yeah. Yeah, the wasting of tomatoes.
Yeah. And the leftover tomato and the lettuce you can use for a salad. Yep. It's looking good.
It's really
Just
yummy.
do the rest of mine, but
I think
you don't even need yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a perfect amount.
So you can use this and pop this in a salad.
Yeah, which is perfect or a sandwich. Anything you like, or you can just eat it like that. So I'm going to pop the last bit in. And there's your dip. So it not only looks good, it's really tasty as well. And it's something different because you're not just getting the traditional,
Yeah.
dip. You're also getting a little bit of avocado and lettuce and texture of the tomatoes as well. So it's up to you what you want to do if you're sharing this with people. You could get a scoop and scoop it into your own plate and then use your own cracker and CCs or whatever you like to use to have with it. Or you can just, if you're having it with you or your partner or just you by yourself, you can just double dip. It's like it's up to you. So I'll just show you how it works with the grabbing of the different layers. So you just make sure you go all the way in. So you get a good scoop and you get the avocado, sour cream, lettuce and tomato. Anyway, I hope you enjoy eating and making this dish. If you have any other ideas, please send them through to ideas@northcottinnovation.com.au. Thank you for watching.
See you.
See ya.
On the way.